A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a devastating turn of events, the ongoing conflict in Gaza has resulted in the tragic loss of nearly 200 Palestinian journalists since the onset of hostilities in October 2023. The Committee to Protect Journalists, CPJ, reports that the latest casualties include 6 journalists, 5 from Al Jazeera and a freelancer, who were killed in a targeted attack by the Israeli military on Sunday night. Among the deceased are notable correspondents Anas al-Sharif and Mohammed Creek, alongside camera operators Ibrahim Zahir, Mohammed Nufel, and Momin Alawa. Eyewitness accounts reveal that these journalists were stationed in a tent near Al-Shifa Medical Complex when they were struck by an Israeli drone at approximately 11:35 p.m. local time. This incident marks a grim continuation of violence against the press, as it has been reported that Israel has killed nearly 270 journalists and media workers since the war began. The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, claimed that al-Sharif, who was only 28 years old, was a Hamas terrorist masquerading as a journalist, a claim that al-Sharif had vehemently denied during his life. This assertion has been met with skepticism and outrage from various media organizations and human rights advocates. Al Jazeera's coverage has been particularly targeted, with a history of attacks against its journalists. Just prior to the recent incident, several Al Jazeera reporters had already lost their lives under similar circumstances. The toll this conflict has taken on journalists is staggering. According to a report from Brown University's Costs of War Project, more journalists have been killed in Gaza since the conflict began than in several major historical wars combined. Reporters Without Borders has declared 2024 the deadliest year for journalists, with over 120 fatalities recorded globally. Al Jazeera has condemned the killings, labeling them a blatant attack on press freedom and highlighting that al-Sharif and his colleagues were among the last voices reporting from within Gaza, as international media has been largely barred from entering the territory. The Palestinian mission to the United Nations has accused Israel of deliberately assassinating these journalists who have been documenting the humanitarian crisis. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called for an investigation into these tragic events, emphasizing the need for journalists to operate without fear of violence. Amnesty International has also condemned the killings, calling them war crimes and honoring al-Sharif for his courageous reporting. The alarming rate at which journalists are being killed underscores a disturbing trend in the ongoing conflict, as the media landscape in Gaza shrinks amid increasing danger. With the international community expressing outrage at these targeted killings, the question remains: how will the world respond to protect the voices that strive to report the truth in times of war? As the situation continues to unfold, the loss of these journalists not only represents a tragedy for their families and colleagues, but also a significant blow to the ability to document and report on the realities of the conflict. The fight for press freedom and the safety of journalists remains critical as the world watches closely. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.